Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be doing another LD28 game with the theme of You Only Get One. Today's game is called A Maze of Amazement by Team Engine Nerds, and it is essentially going to be a maze. I mean, very simply described in the title. We're going to be navigating a maze with some very strange themes to it, and fake 3D graphics is what it says in the LD page. So let's give it a try and let's see what we can do with this one. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but it does look interesting, and I think we're framing this as sort of like an Indiana Jones meets Cthulhu mythos or something like that. These do look like some sort of eldritch horrors suspended on sticks or something. I don't know what they're doing here, but let's head our way in. And it looks like these blocks actually are going to raise behind us, meaning that whenever we walk on these tiles, I suppose we're not going to be able to go back that way. So something to keep in mind in case we find ourselves at an impasse. Now it says we've got 3 statues left, so there is our impetus to explore, but exploration comes at a price when we now know that we might not be able to go backward. So it looks like we've got this sort of hedge maze-like presentation of this endless, like, almost castle wall thing going on with these little ramparts or spires, or I don't know, those aren't either of those things, but the little edges that you would shoot arrows through, and it looks like I found a statue completely by accident. What is that dude? Looks a little bit like a golden Zoidberg. Let's grab him. The title screen also had to really make me laugh. It was reminding me a little bit of like Workaholics or something for some reason. So I guess we'll just dig deeper into this maze, because I don't really know which is the correct direction to go. I really enjoy games with a premise like this, especially because it has so much potential to be so weird. And is this a dead end? No, it looks like I can keep going this way. If you take this concept and you extend it out to being something much more elaborate with many more different, cross paths and strange environments and side quests and things, this could turn out to be something really crazy and really unique. I mean, not to say that it isn't right now, it just feels like, well, it's a 48-hour game. How much are you going to get done in that amount of time? There is some fire here, which I wasn't necessarily expecting to see, so that's exciting. Let's keep walking around. Fake 3D graphics, again, if you didn't know what I meant by that. The fact that these are essentially sprites that look like they're sitting in a 3D world, but if you look at this from any angle, you're going to be seeing the sprite from the same direction. I'm sorry if I'm making you motion sick here. But same with our character, actually. He's actually set as one single sprite that just rotates with the camera. Hopefully this is the right direction, because I think once I've found the wrong direction, I can't necessarily go back. All I can do is reset. But I could see something like this having a whole bunch of levels, even maybe branching paths and turning it into a crazy roguelike. There's all sorts of different angles that this could go in. I could even imagine, having, minor RPG tropes as long as you keep it reasonably exploratory based. I think once you get into too much, dialogue and exposition, something like this would lose some of its charm, unless you do it sort of like Crypt Worlds, where it's all just completely crazy. What's going on over here? Anything? No. It's also a little bit samey in a lot of these directions. I would love to see, some mixed up tiles on the walls and such, but then again, at the same time, it's a maze, right? So it's supposed to be a little monotonous, and I think I've just doomed myself there. That looks like a dead end. I also really enjoy that you can see the maze, but you can't see the maze at the same time. Like, you can see where the directions go, it's like you can see over the walls, but it doesn't mean that you necessarily know how to get out. Because there's actually sort of like a fog of war going with the draw distance, that not everything has appeared yet. You can see it happening off in the distance there. And I think I actually just saw a statue, maybe. Unless that was another... Oh, I think it was a flame. Yeah, it was a flame. So if I press X on my 360 controller, it does reset us back to the entrance again. You captured my imagination with these crazy Cthulhu pillars, and I would have loved to see more going in that direction. Maybe get a little bit more of that eldritch flavor. I think that could have been really neat. Not to say that it necessarily doesn't, but I haven't seen it yet. So which direction do I want to go in? I can go this way or this way. I can't remember which one I did last time. Like I said, the thing does seem a little bit monotonous. It does look pretty similar from one spot to the next, but again, it's a maze. Great music as well. It's one of those times when it feels like it's not very intrusive, but it does, it sets the atmosphere pretty well. It seems properly mysterious, and it doesn't get in your way. So those things together seem about right to me. It also sort of reminds me and evokes a little bit of like an Atari 2600 feel to it. Although I think probably it would be even a little bit more lo-fi sound if it was actually that. Sometimes I do wish that these walls went transparent. I think that would have been a nice touch, but, you know, you can't always have everything. And also, I feel like I've said that a lot lately. Have there been a lot of walls that needed to be transparent in these videos? I feel like that's probably the case. Anything more going on over here? Nope. I don't have any illusions that I'm probably, that we're thinking that I'm probably going to make it through this maze in this video. I think I probably am not, in fact. And especially not with the statues, which, you know, if you're not going to get the statues, why bother doing anything at all? I also did, I don't know if you noticed, but when I grabbed that first statue, he actually does put it in his bag, so there is that little animation, which is a nice touch. Where are we? Oh, I think I found another statue. Nice. So there's actually only one left. I suppose that means there aren't all that many dead ends, or I'm very, very lucky. I don't know, maybe a combination of the two. But right now, I don't know, it seems like an awfully large world to not have any idea which direction I'm going in. That sound that those blocks make when they raise, too, is a very strange sound that I haven't really heard before. Where does this go? Is this just literally that tile? Yeah, it is. So, like, don't walk over here. That's, like, not very smart. Alright, so I feel like I'm probably going to get myself stranded because I don't have a lot of options anymore. That's a dead end, so I guess I'm going to hope that this is a safe way to go. And is it? Yeah, it's hard to tell because of that fog of war effect. Like I said, the draw distance is it's there to trip you up a little bit. But can you imagine if there were some doors occasionally that would lead to other worlds, and maybe there wasn't actually like a way to get completely stuck in this? It would just be a maze that takes some very strange forms, and all of a sudden you find yourself in places you didn't expect, and things get kind of strange in other ways. I hope that wasn't a bad idea. Am I gonna get out of here? One more statue. It seems so possible, but also so unlikely given how big this place is. I don't even know if I've seen the edges yet. What are these guys doing? It's nice that there's a couple little markers, and the fact that you can see over the edges again, they let you actually use that to your advantage in a way, which makes the maze a little bit less claustrophobic at times. Alright, I don't know that I'm necessarily getting back out of here. Is there... Oh, there's this way. Oh, that's trees. And there's this way, and that's also trees. It'd be nice if I could, like, just wiggle my way right through there, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Whether my character is an Indiana Jones clone or not, I guess he's not getting out of this maze. But still, interesting concept, cool execution, good music, good theme. Would love to see more iteration on this concept, perhaps develop this one further, you know, if the developer does find that to be a compelling idea, or the developers, I should say. But, you know, that's going to do it for another episode. I think a rather short one again, but that's how these LD videos tend to go. I think we've still got quite a few left to go. It's going to kind of come down to a number of factors, how many more I cover. I do have probably, like, about 15 to 20 more that I could do, but I'm probably going to start mixing in some regular coverage in addition, because it seems like the LD coverage has been going for over a week now, and I hope you guys aren't getting tired of it, because honestly, most of these games have been pretty cool, and I think my vetting process for getting them to this point, it's getting better. There have been less misses, a few more hits, I think. I know everybody's going to have a slightly different opinion on that, but I think so far we've done alright for ourselves. But I'm going to wrap us up at this point, so if you'd like to check this game out, link is going to be in the description. I'd love to hear if you guys get through it. What happens after you get the last statue, if you can escape, or if you can escape. If there's any more to the game, feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to discuss possibilities for other things you'd like to see happen in a game like this. And if you'll pardon me walking around in circles here, sorry about that. But I would love to hear your conversation, or, you know, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to continue a concept, feel free to mention it in the comments below. And of course, any support you leave is greatly appreciated. And I will continue doing my best to bring you a new Indie Impressions video every single day for the rest of time, essentially. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So check out my other stuff in the social media in the description. If you'd like to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, or any of that stuff is entirely up to you, but I do appreciate it. I've also got my webpage, indie-impressions.com, where you can go to find over 600 other videos in this series. So that will be it for today. I hope you guys come back again tomorrow. New episodes every single day. I will catch you then, and I hope you have a lovely night. Talk to you tomorrow.